Hello, 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 Virgo. Welcome, welcome, and happy birthday for the Virgos this week of the 14th to the 20th. I'm in there with you. Happy birthday, us Virgos. Aren't we great? Anyway, this is for a reading for the September 14th through the 20th. Now, for those of you that are brand new, welcome. And I'll sort of explain things as I go, but I like to get sort of right into it. So I am an intuitive empath, so understand that you'll hear me say thank you occasionally. I'm thanking whoever is coming through with the information because I do hear a lot of things. I do have vibrations and audio. I have plop thoughts. I have 8 of the empathic abilities, so I get it all over the place. So bear with me, and hopefully you'll have fun and see how this goes, and join and subscribe, and then bring some friends. So let's get started. Us birthday Virgos. Now, during this time, if your birthday's on the 17th, you have a new moon as well. And that is on the 17th, which is a great thing because it creates abundance. So we're on the backside of the new moon until the 17th. And then we are going to be having abundance on the new side. So before the 17th, though, remember to plant those seeds of positive or whatever you want for you to have abundance in on the 17th of the new moon. And also, too, if it's your birthday on the 17th, woohoo, you got a double whammy kind of thing. So plant those seeds that are positive, that are uplifting, what you're looking for the rest of the month, because you are going to be in for a whammy. So even though we want to think positive and everything, we've got the Mars retrograde. So it's sort of like pushing against our happiness because it wants a whole bunch of conflict. So that is something that we just have to fight against. And so until the 17th, plant those seeds, hold on, keep your lip. And what I mean by that is Mars wants to fight, wants communication, fighting all the time. So just be mindful who you're talking to, and just sort of keep in the back of your mind, oh, Mars said it was going to be conflicting, so maybe I won't talk, or maybe this isn't worth it, or maybe, I'll just walk away, or is it worth winning on this one? You sort of have to look at it in that manner, that way. So as we go through. So let's see what the energies are for the birthday week, for those of you that are having a birthday this week. And hopefully we have a lot of good energies out there. Now, I do apologize, Virgos, because I usually have your readings done by Fridays, and you should be able to see them on Saturday morning. But I'm in Oregon, in the United States, and we have all these fires going on. And I'm between 2 of them. So we had to get ready to possibly evacuate. We still have our bags packed and everything, but I think we're in the clear right now. So I do apologize for being late this week. All right, so let's see. Let's go and see what we got going there. Ooh, spark. We have a spark. And then we have education. Well, we're always learning, right? This could be actual physical education. This could be actually learning a new project, learning something new. Maybe you want to start something, maybe a new business. There's always those kind of educations. But this is of a passion. There's a lot of light around this project or this topic of study, topic of research. Even if we're traveling or planning on traveling, that you have to do a ton of research, right? So, and especially if you're going overseas or going to an international place, that could have a lot to do with that. And we have follow the leader. So let's see what this is all bringing. Follow the leader. You have to have a mentor. So there has to be a mentor in that. Ooh, I'm excited about this. Ooh, what are we going to do for our birthday? This is for me too. Watch everything break loose now. Come on now. Mars just wants to be a stinker here. Don't want Mars to be being a stinker. So we have, unfortunately, up in the reverse, we have the Ten of Pentacles, but the Ten of Pentacles is coming out in the reverse. Now remember, before the new moon, things we've got to let go. We've got to, maybe somebody had to let go of a job. Maybe somebody had to let go of, Ten of Pentacles is a completion of something, sort of maybe had to finish something and get something done and over with, because once something's over, then something new has to come in. You got to plant that seed for that new thing to come in and watch it sprout and grow up. So this is a good thing. This is okay. This is okay. We're getting rid of something where, okay, thank you. So somebody's worried about money. Somebody is worried about money. Okay, thank you. Somebody's worried about money for school. And that's understandable. But I'm going to tell you, if you are in school, college, or wherever, if you're going through your regular bachelor's, if you're going through your graduate and your master's, it's scary out there for people going through school right now, because it's extremely expensive. And I get your worries, I get your stress, but focus in on the now, because you don't even know what's coming up. You don't know what the divine is going to help or open a door for you to have the finances there. Now that would be for almost anything that you're doing. For this spark, this follow the leader, whatever this project is, whether travel project, new job, new romance, there is a spark there. So whatever this is, that means it's a heart passion. So whatever this is that you're desiring and wanting to do from the base and the depths of your heart, just know that you think of now. If you start thinking of the whole picture out there, it's going to scare you. And then you're going to I can't do that. And I'll give you an example. I never planned on being a business owner, ever. My mother was an entrepreneur and owned a Dairy Queen that actually she turned into Dairy Snack. And actually, do you know that she was one of the first person to have hamburgers and hot dogs for Dairy Queen? Because they wouldn't let her, so she changed her name, and then Dairy Queen changed to have hamburgers and hot dogs back in the 60s, early 60s. Yeah. Anyway, but the thing is, when we start out with something, it's terrifying. I never thought I'd be a business owner, never. And I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the money. I didn't have anything like that. I didn't know where to even begin, other than I knew I needed a business plan and I needed money. And I was a single broke mom. So how did I do that? Well, 1 year later, here I was, a business owner. Had no plans on it, but the divine opened the doors, made things happen, put the resources there, put the people to educate me, blah, 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 blah. Boom, I owned a business for 17 years. So whatever it is that's in your heart, let it fly. Let it fly. Yeah. Whatever's in your heart is coming. There's peace, joy, and whatever it is that you're planning on doing. And oh my gosh, offering. There is the seed right there. This is the seed that they're saying. They're telling me this is the seed. Plant it. Whatever it is. They're saying, yes, go ahead, go, do it. So for those of you that might be planning on something, that's really seriously think about that. Really seriously think about it. You got 2 offerings right there. So don't worry about what's not there. Thank you. So they're saying don't worry about what's not there, because it will come if it's your purpose and your calling. It will come, because there's going to be a mentor to help you through. Somewhere down this road, there's going to be a mentor to help you through. So this week is, like I said, it's before the new moon. This is the time to plant the seed. Plant the seed. I sort of have to relate to this. I'll tell you if a little bit later on, because this is really very interesting. You definitely will see the divine in all of what's going on here. But too, yeah. So let's see where the divine is going to take that. Oh my gosh! If you can't get any more, and then the money's going to be there. So if it's for school, don't worry about it. Like I just said, they're saying, think of now. Don't worry about the future so much. Yes, you have to plan for it. You have to get your ducks in a row. You got to do whatever it is. But it's going to be there. They go, we got you. We got you. Just go through that little door. And yes, it is going to take, oh my goodness, who is this for? It's going to take hard work. But look at your ducks are in a row. Oops, wrong side. Ducks are in a row. You're getting things in a row. You're planning on things. I mean, how beautiful of a spread is this? Virgos, you have so many offerings. So many. Don't ignore them. This is the time for Virgos. Oh my goodness. This is the time for Virgos. Amazing. All right. Let's see what else there is. So there is somebody that's going to be coming. The spark is actually going to grow into, like, I hate to say it, I hate to use the analogy of fire because we got it all around us right now, but it's going to be a spark that grows. And then it grows and it grows and it grows, and that passion gets deeper and deeper and deeper the more that you do it, because that's your calling, that's your purpose, whatever that is. So in the very beginning, you're worried about something that you don't have to be. Yeah, there is going to be some pushback, and that's going to be you inside. You're going to push yourself back. You're going to be your own worst enemy. You're going to be on the Five of Wands. You're going to be fighting yourself, but you need to stand up for what you believe in, stand up for what you want to go for. And naysayers, when I had my business, you're a single mom, you're never going to be able to do that. How are you going to do that? What are you thinking about? You got a daughter to think about. So you want to just sit there and put them and say, you know what, bite me. And then watch your reap your rewards. And we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is coming in. And again, the Knight of Swords is all about charging in and doing it, making sure he's got the confidence to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to make it happen. And nothing's stopping him. And look at that horse. The horse is even friggin' determined. I'm not stopping. You got me going, and I'm going. I've had a couple horses like that. Been on a couple horses when they did that. Sometimes come out with broken ribs and sometimes not. Wow. All right. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. Now, education, I keep coming back into this because this is going to be a nonstop process. It's going to keep going. It's a continuing process is what I'm going to try to say. This is something you're going to have to keep up on and doing to keep growing and learning, and markets. And it doesn't have to mean that, if it's your own business, but it could also mean your work, whatever it is in your job, you're going to have to keep. But there is an offering, whether this offering is, a promotion for you, whether this offering is whatever you've been working hard on, you're getting to that next level. But you got to make sure that you stand up and stand for your integrity and stand up for your morals, because there's going to be somebody always on the other side of the track that's ready to destroy you. And you almost have to turn around. The ones that really you have to really walk up to them and say thank you, because I must be one of your favorites to have you feel that way, because I must be doing something right. And blow their mind. Thank you so much for hating me, because you know what? I must be doing something right. Because if you hate me that much, I must be doing something right. Excuse me, I got to plug this in or you guys are going to go bye-bye. Oh. That's so funny. Because if you keep your morals and integrity up and they're not, they're going to hate you. Because they're going to see that people are coming to you. I've been in business, in the horse business, for 16, 17 years, and I've been around horses all my life, and around buying and selling and doing all that kind of stuff as far as tack and horses and things like that. They can be really nasty. Some horse people can be really, really nasty. All right, so we do have you're at a sort of in the crossroads. Do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? You're listening to earthly stuff. You're not listening to spiritual stuff. So when you're looking at the, she's got her arms crossed here and there's a sword each way. So we're looking at spirit and earth. We're also looking at truth and lies. We're talking about facts versus unreality and things like that. So you really want to listen to your spirit, of what your spirit is telling you. Again, this is of your calling, and this is of your purpose. Okay. what is happening this week is for your calling, your purpose. You've really got to pay attention to what is going on in this week, whatever is going on in your life, because this is surrounding divine of what is supposed to be for your path. So really pay attention, sit for a minute in a quiet place, listen, be mindful of what's going on around you. Try to get some quietness. Try to listen to the divine, your intuition. Your answer is going to come, because you're going to be tempted now, because the thing is, you have one thing in mind that you want to do. You're ready to go for it. You're ready to charge forward. And then, of course, somebody's going to come in and say, oh, but what about this over here? What about this over here? Well, didn't you want that too? And again, conflict. That is Mars. That's Mars. Mars is in there like, I'm going to make sure that you get all messed up. That's Mars. Don't listen to it. Stay focused. Stay focused. All right. Stay focused on whatever it is. And if you're in a crossroad about a relationship, really, this is where you want to look at about the truth versus the, and the facts versus the fiction. You're really going to have to pay attention to the details. You're really going to have to listen, not with your head, but with what is really factual. Because your head and people get really messed up and in the way. You really have to listen to your head. I remember my girlfriend was going through a real hard time. Her husband actually had something happen in her brain, and he really went sort of bonkers. And the thing was that everybody was telling her to divorce him, divorce him, divorce him. And, we sat down, and because I'm very spiritual, I said, you have to do what's best for you. You need to stop listening to everybody else. And even me, don't listen to me. You need to go within and what that little person inside, that spirit inside you is telling you to do, because you know what is right, and so does spirit. So, and what happened was she stayed with him. He had actually a brain surgery, and he's perfectly fine. And they're the most in love couple I know. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I'm glad that she listened to her spirit and not humans and not Earth, because they'll try to. Earth is just, it can be so confusing for people. So I make most of my decisions. Well, can't say most. I try to make all my decisions on spirit. Sometimes people do get in the way, or sometimes my humanness gets in the way. And so be mindful how you're making your decisions this next week. All right. All right, Divine, is there anything else that you want to share with Virgos for their birthday week, please? Is there anything positive, negative? Is there anything that I've missed? Anything that you want to direct their way? Okay, thank you. So they're just saying this is a good week for you. So be mindful is what I heard. Be mindful, especially communication, especially with Mars. Again, if you haven't watched the retrograde, please go back through and watch the retrograde, because that is you'll learn some tools and see that if you're going through conflict, this is going to happen. This is going to happen through the 13th of November, and it's just going to be a hard end of the month and end of the year. Yeah. So if you stay on track is what I'm hearing here now, is if you stay on track, we have the 9 of Pentacles. You'll stay on track. Things are happening. 9 of Pentacles is almost completed. So we are actually following the leader. We're listening. We're researching. We're doing our due diligence. We're getting our ducks in the row. We're making sure this all happens. And then boom, we do have harvest. We do have beautiful things that come out of that. Beautiful, gorgeous things that come out of that. And again, there is somebody that is going to be trying to help you through. And this doesn't mean that it has to be a lover. There's 2 people, but I believe it is a mentor or somebody who's actually gone through whatever it is that you're trying to do, somebody who has the experience and the knowledge, and maybe even for counseling, for marriage. It may be somebody that is in that, and they will help you get through that. And it's very amazing. And I'll share with you really quickly about this whole spread is because it's come to fruition for me. I lost my job of COVID, right? And so the thing is that I was sort of afraid to start this new venture. This was a while back because I didn't have the money for it. And I thought, okay, Divine, is this what you're really wanting me to do? Have me go? And boom, like everything here for this week is so very true because I can see everything happening for me this week, this coming week. Is that all the offerings are right there on the table, and I did have to work very very hard because this when I'm filming this, this is actually the what 12th, and so I've had to work really, really hard in these past month to really, really find out. And, there was some opposing thoughts. Are you sure you want to do this? Blah, blah, blah. And so, and two, I had a lot of different opportunities to come up. And I had a mentor. I had a mentor. And what I do now is I am a certified travel agent. So this is something new. I'm older. It's the job market's really been hard. I was a little conflicted if I should do it or not because I've owned businesses before. I know what it takes and I know what sales is like. But you know what? Travel has always been my passion, and I've educated, and I've had to follow a leader because I wasn't going to do it alone. So the divine does work. If you watch, the dots will all connect. He will make it happen. This is actually a very, not surprising, but amazing spread because this is actually true for this Virgo here. All right. So just know that if you watch and connect the dots, do your work, do your due diligence, follow whoever is trying to help you, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful week, no matter if Mars wants to throw a wrench in it or not. Don't let Mars throw a wrench in it. So anyway, Virgo, this has been a really good reading. And like they said, this is going to be a good week for you. Whoever said that, thank you. I appreciate that. So there isn't anybody on for questions. So I hope that you guys have a really, really good week. I will be doing a live for the mid-month for the Mars retro and the new moon. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit the bell and you'll know when I'm on. Otherwise, you can also too, if you subscribe, you can go to the what do you call it, the channel, and it'll tell you when I'm going to be on for the new moon and retro mid-month retro. But I would love to have new subscribers, so I hope you had a good time, and I hope this was informative for you and resonated, and I will see you on the 21st if I don't see you on the new moon and the retro. Take care.